G'day everybody, and welcome to something a little bit different, which is me playing Stationeers in my stream save, but not live streaming it. I've been finding that during the weeks, particularly when I've just got like an hour or so, I really just want to get stuck into things like this, especially stuff like this particular save, because I've got this massive cooling system that I keep working on and keep not quite getting finished. I wanted to see if I could improve it, make it functional, and actually get to a point where it's going to be cooling the gases quickly enough that I start to work through the backlog, because the backlog is huge. And so I thought I'd try something a little bit different. And when I have these moments, rather than just sitting here and doing some off-stream collecting, off-stream whatever, I can do it as a very chilled, unedited video. Because I probably won't have time to edit this, so my thinking was I'll just record it, I'll post it on Flipsy, and if you guys like it, let me know, and I might do more things like this. And I might do some other games. This is how I might do some Rift Breaker or some other games that I haven't had time to find a stream slot for, or I don't really have any ability to do something consistent for. And so instead, I'm thinking I will, do this. Do things this way. I'm going to try it with Stationeers first, see what you guys think. Let me know. Because if you like it, I need to know so that I can know to do it again. But at the end of the last stream, I was in the process of going to 4 air conditioners prior to going into the cooling loops with the phase change cooling loops, then going into an air conditioner and going back up. What I think I'm actually going to do is 4 air conditioners, then 3 phase change cooling loops with water, and then the final air conditioner here. Because the temperature differentials across each of these phase change loops is not actually very big. And I'd like it to get bigger. Now, before I do that, I want to test something. I want to see if it will work. It's been suggested that part of my problem with my phase change loops is the fact that these pipe networks are actually a bit too big because of this bit. Specifically this one. So let's have a look. This chamber is currently doing 28.3 kilojoules, and this one is doing 7.74. So if I pop this off, I hope this doesn't explode. It's about the same. I think this was more in direct reference to my pollutant one, which isn't really doing anything, and I think I shut it off. Yeah, I shut this one off. But I think it's right. I don't think I need to have an insulated pipe thing, the little inline tank on the loop going into the evaporator. But yeah, that's just one little bit of equipment not required, I guess. Still going to keep the one on here though, because I don't think it matters. I don't know. But what I need to do now is I want to set up one of these loops properly, which is the one down the bottom. So I'm going to start with the air conditioners, and I've come up with a little idea for a design rework of these things that will hopefully make them look a lot neater and a lot more compact. Get rid of these wires first because they don't need to be there. Then I need to join this pipe up to the other bit, so then I can disassemble it without losing the CO2. Pop that off. And what I'm going to do Let's grab. We've got insulated pipe utility gas, insulated pipe utility liquid. I need the uninsulated pipe utilities. Got one on the wall. So. What I was thinking of doing was this. Putting the gas filler to the side of the air conditioner that it's attached to. And then I put a little inline tank on the other side. And then we'll just have these nice little loops. What I'm trying to quickly decide though with this bit is, do I want all of these facing me right now? Or do I want to be able to walk in between them and have them all face me if I'm standing in the middle? I'm not sure. Not sure which way I like it better. But, oh well, it's going to be like this now for now. It's going to be like this for now. Oy. Currently wishing I could edit that bit. Those on there. We'll get these bits off the wall. Let me put another one up here of the tank thingy, like so. Because I think that's going to look a lot neater than having them up on the wall. With them on the wall, they just feel like I've kind of tried to hide them away when that's not really what this space is about. This space is about making these things obvious. That's why I've got all of my pipes actually, or almost all of my pipes poking out from the wall, sitting out from it, not right up against it. Okay. So yeah, this would be a complete loop. It goes from, you got the waistline coming out here, you've got the line running around the back and then running to the front of the next one. Just need to connect up that filler. And that way I'll be able to fill up each of these lines and overpressurize them if I want to, so they've got more thermal capacitance, which isn't a huge deal at the outset, but may become a thing that's worth doing and adding that pressure in once I've actually processed through all my different gases. So like at the moment, I'm just going to have constant heat being added, so it doesn't actually make a lot of sense to have even more heat to deal with that's coming from the CO2 itself. But once that tank's empty, getting all of the CO2 in all of these different coolant lines relatively cool all the way through, that means that when I add heat from the furnace or from some room I've accidentally evacuated or open to atmosphere, that sort of thing, I should end up with the ability for it to take all that heat and not be a problem. Okay, so that's those hooked up. Let's get them hooked up to power. One thing I will need to do if I'm going to duplicate this whole coolant setup is I'm going to need to add probably an extra A small transformer, probably one for each row of cooling. But yeah, I was thinking of running them as two parallel systems. So we'll have this full system at ground level and then a full system at the second top as well. Like I just heard something happen that wasn't good. That's worrying. I need to turn up my game sound, make it louder. And the last tank filler. Oh, that's not what I meant to press. And I will paint these. I'll get them all grey in a minute. So that's those. Now, let's just quickly check what pressures each of these systems have in them. So that's got 7 megapascals of gas. That's got nothing. That's got 6.49. And that one's got 6.65. Cool. So let's turn that on. Get this filling up. I'll fill up this line and then I'll be able to turn on all of these air conditioners and start getting them cooling. That means the gases will start being processed again. Now it should be that we're going from 460 outside to about 400 for the first one, but we'll say 380. Then I'll say 330 for this one, and I'll just go down by 50 degrees each time. They probably will never reach... Actually, they are never going to reach those temperatures. That'll be super inefficient once they... when they're trying to get there and they can't. Maybe... yeah, we'll go 380, 340, 300, 260. That's what they'll try and achieve. Pressure that up a bit more because this one is now at 3.2. So one more bottle like that and we'll have enough pressure. Okay. That's at 16. Yep. Whoops. Did a bad thing. Didn't mean to take that out before. Okay, that's going to be enough. Surely. 6 megapascals. Yeah. That'll do. There you go. 6.6. Easy. All right. Gases in those are now sorted. Those air conditioners are working. This loop is working. This loop is working. And then this air conditioner needs to be removed. And I need to put another phase change loop in because, as I was trying to say before, but I don't think I said it right, I think I need one more. Because we've got 117 degree Celsius air coming out of the air conditioner. That's hot. So I really want that because we go from 365 down to 261. So 104 degrees on that loop. Then this one goes from 261 down to 149. So again, 110. So if I can go another 110 degrees on the next one, on the next loop, that's going to mean we're down around the 50, 60 degree mark. And that's where the air conditioner is going to probably be able to do the remainder fairly comfortably. Obviously, once I've got 2 loops like this running, I will have 10 air conditioners running, which is going to chew through my power, which is when my ability to make stellite becomes a thing, because I can make fancy solar panels, and I can do a whole solar tracking shenanigans thing to get more power, which will be great. How is my power looking, actually? That outlet's really annoying. Okay, my power's still good for now. It's not going to stay that way for long with me running more and more air conditioners. So we need 2 phase change devices. 2 phase change devices, 1 counterflow heat exchanger, and 9 steel plates. Let's get the 9 steel plate. Right, that's 1. Oh, what are we out of? Copper. Another 1. And 1 more steel sheet. It's 4 per phase change device and 1 steel sheet for the counterflow heat exchanger. Okay, that's made. Heat. Flow. And then I want to, then I need to make the various, actually I've got probably enough of these. Insulated pipe utilities to make it, I think. But I need one of those, liquid ones. Liquid pipe. Nope. Let's do that instead. Regular ones so that I've got some way to put water into this loop. So my thought was make this ground floor loop properly, then I'll evacuate all of the pollutant out of the upper floor loop. And hope that I can then have one system working while I'm getting the other its parallel pair all set up. Okay. So we're going to stop all the cooling for a minute because we're going to turn this off and I'm actually going to dismantle it. What the? It took the battery out. Did not mean to do that. This will go down here. That's where the air conditioner is going to end up. Now, where is this all connected to? So confused. Oh, right. Yep. Because the waste heat of the air conditioner was going up to that loop to then come back around. Yep. How much pressure have I just put in that pipe now? Ah, it's fine. Just want to clear this area a bit so I'm not confusing things later. Simpler I can make things, the better. Starting from more of a clean slate. Okay. And I gotta grab this off the wall. This off the wall. There we go. Now, next thing is phase change device. So on this side, we want the condensation chamber. Nope, not around that way. Nope, that way. I think I've got two little block spaces between it. Then we need the counterflow heat exchanger. Gas to liquid. Now, can I build this correctly the first time? Because I have messed these up so many times when trying to build these loops. So that's liquid gas, I hope. Hold that up. Yes, liquid gas. Cool. Wrench. Welder. Grab the other one. So we need the evaporation chamber. That's also going to be 2 part. That leaves us a nice gap to that air conditioner, which I lined up perfectly. It fits in this space perfectly. And then it also makes sense why I have the 4 double layered at the front. Because otherwise, because this takes up so much space, it kind of is the best fit I think I've got for the room. What I probably would have done if I'd planned this out from the very beginning was put this brown pipe that goes to outside over on that window so that I could have the air conditioners, 2 of them there and then 2 of them on this wall before we then go out to that. But I think the 4 in front, like 2 by 2 like that, looks okay. We'll see how it looks when I get up to the next layer, when I start putting floors in this place. All right, so let's do the cabling so I can get rid of that tiny little 1 stack. And we'll just apparently hide this in... Oh wait, no, that's not going to work. I was going to try and hide that in the floor, but that's actually getting in the way of pipes. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is go all the way around and up onto the wall. And I'm going to move this transformer from on the wall over to here on this wall. And it'll come down, probably. We would do that. And hopefully I'll be able to do this, and it's not going to get in the way of the pipes. Yeah. Just make sure that all this actually connects up properly to the existing wiring. So that I can break it here. And I probably, yeah, I don't need to have any of the rest of this. All this needs to be removed. These upper bits will be powered off the other transformer. Yeah. See, tidying as I go. Something I'm really bad at doing when I'm live streaming. But I really like to try and do with these sorts of builds. I get back there? Let's get that bit of cable. Yes, good. As it'd be nice. Did I just throw away my wire cutters? I did. It'd be nice to have more of the base getting things fixed as I go along. Not always leaving things in their permanent temporary solutions. So my idea behind these videos would be for them to just be kind of just chill, extra stuff, a little bit of bonus something. I toyed with the concept of making them like supporter session type things, but I couldn't think of a way that felt right doing that. Because it felt like I was gonna make it possible that other people would then miss out on, you know, some almost core content. I guess if I was doing it for content that's not going to be otherwise shown, I could do some members only stuff. Like, I guess I could do that for something like the Rift Breaker or a game that I want to play but I just don't have the time to in normal, and I can just fill it in when I get the chance. But I'm still not sold on that idea. I don't know. I've got to put some more thought into that. Into how to make it work. Alright, that's plugged in now. Now we need to break this part of the loop. I'm just going to break it there. Where does that go to? Oh, it goes to both loops, right. Break this one here. Ooh, how much pressure have I put in that little bit of pipe there? Ah, 9.7, it's fine.
Waste tank caution.
I should deal with the waste tank in a second then. That's a warning I need to know. I have to have known by now. Do not ignore the waste tank caution warning. Okay. So clean that up. Top loop is completely disconnected. Let's go empty my waste tank. Then hook up this next loop. Waste tank. That's what I was doing. Already forgot what I was doing. Took a tiny sip of water and it immediately wiped my brain of all my memories of where I was going and why. So we need to connect up. How have I done this other one? Yeah. I think I've got a neater way of hooking this up this time, but I'm going to do it similarly to the last one, but I might redo the other one once I've figured out this better way. I'll have that there. Just got to go around and join this up to waste heat here. So that bit there could be an inline tank so that I've got some extra capacity on this line. And then this bit here can be my filler. Because I can then redo this water pipe and bring the liquid tank filler and put it next to it. Then that'll look quite neat, I think. Rather than having this hidden squirreled away thing that I've got back there. Now, I want to fix that now. Yeah, I do. Rid of that. So that goes there. That goes there. And just trying to think of ways to do this without deleting any of the CO2. That goes on there. That comes out of there. Not that the CO2 is hard to come by, but just feels wrong to have put effort into it and then delete it. Grab that. There. Neat. Tidy. Efficient. It's even using less pipe. Nice. All right. Let's do the CO2 bit at this end. Oh, actually, I think I want to do the liquid pipe first. Because it's down the bottom and it's going to be really hard to get at if I put pipes above it. Especially if I mess up any part of it. I have 2 liquid pipes. I need more. Forgot those bits. Whoopsie. What am I doing? Liquid pipes. Probably need about 10 of them at most. So I was thinking about the counterflow heat exchanger element of my cooling loops. And I think it makes sense for these to be involved if you think about these phase change devices as only being able to move heat energy when they're doing a phase change. So you want the water that goes into it, because I'm using water, but the liquid that goes into it to be as close to its phase change at that pressure as possible. So you have hot liquid going into the phase change that then gets cooled to gas. I think that makes sense. Clearly, I don't fully understand all the things that I should. Whoops. I can just do that rather than a little T-piece. I like my T-piece, but I don't think I need to do it. And this side doesn't need the little bit, so we just go around to the back. Yeah, I think the idea is you'd have hot gas going in this way, which then makes hot liquid come out this way, which means cooler gas goes in here, making it easier to condense and pump the heat out. So this doesn't have to work as hard and this doesn't have to work as hard. I guess. It feels weird. It still feels weird. Even as I say it out loud. In fact, especially as I say it out loud, it feels weird. I'm sure it'll make sense eventually. One day. Now, what paint do I have in my painter? That's a welder, not a painter. That's a painter. Oh. Khaki. A stack of blue pipe. around there. So if I'm going to match what I did there, yep. Wait, what? Yeah. That goes to there, then. No, wait. I'm doing this different. This one's wrong. I'm going to change it. Of course. Then I want to have insulated. That's liquid. That's not what I want. I want the gas ones. Which again I can just put in line. So let's go in line.
Hydration critical.
I do like the branching system that I had been using, but I think it looks really neat having these in. We try that again. I think this looks neater than that option. Oh, I'm a dum-dum. That should just be that. Then we do another. Inline tank. So that's those two ends. But then the liquid bit is the bit that needs the adapter for it. So I should be adding liquid water to this system. CO2 line, which connects up to the waste. It's fairly tidy. Now the liquid filler. That's what I need. How am I going to do that? I think I know. I think I will put it like this in front. Yeah, just there. Yeah. Because then my liquid pipes, which are over here, connect up underneath. We're done. Loop complete. Spray these so I don't forget that they are not CO2. Spray these because I think it looks nice when they're in blue. Now the question is, do I redo these setups? Yes, I will. I will redo the other setups so that they all are nice and neat. I can show them off and be proud of what I did. But I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of this and this. I'm going to try and do this. If the water filler one is going to be in front of that pipe, then the CO2 filler one should be in front of that pipe, which means the CO2 line should be able to do this. Put that away, bring this out. Ta-da! And then we can pop this out. Stick it on the front once I've cleaned up the pipeline behind it. Stop jumping and start using my jetpack, because jumping doesn't work. There we go, we've reduced the volume even further on this side. Mostly. Yeah, that looks quite neat. Much better. I'll do the same for the CO2 filler for the last bit. I probably should have placed the pipes in first. Looks like I can just get it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm really happy with that. I think that is a big win for me. Okay, so that should be all ready to go. This needs to obviously get put all the way up to 6 megapascals. The other end drop down to 2 kilopascals as well. Then water added to it.
Hunger critical.
Yeah. I'm in the middle of tidying up. I don't want to deal with hunger. I'm going to fix this one too, because I'm here and I want to. Oh. Yeah. Didn't have to jet back around. That's looking right. Arguably, I don't need to keep these filling spots accessible. And you could argue that it would be nice to have the ability to just use a pump to fill them. But I quite like this tank filling system. It's reliable. It doesn't require a whole lot of additional piping. Yeah, I don't really have any problems with it. Oh, excuse me. 1 second. Oh, I need to go get some water. Yeah. There. Apologies for the heavy breathing from me and my character. Okay. Now, is it breathable in my living space? We've got 24.8% oxygen at 92 kPa. That should be a high enough partial pressure of oxygen, I think.
Oxygen low.
No, it's not.
Oxygen critical.
Uh-oh. Oh, my lungs are bad. Let's go into the greenhouse. I know the greenhouse is breathable. Okay, chuck helmet off. Take tablet. Fix lungs before I die. That's my last pill. I'm going to need to make some soon. To remember to do that. Okay, so this room isn't breathable. Unless I already had... No, I didn't have any lung damage. Why doesn't this room count as breathable? I thought that the partial pressure of oxygen would be high enough. That's strange. I know why it hasn't pushed it up to 100 kPa with the oxygen at the level that I wanted it at. It's It's because I don't have any oxygen for the system to push into it. But I had hoped that it wouldn't matter that much because I had the other... Because I'd given myself enough of a margin there, but apparently not. There we go, heavy breathing dealt with. So I think what I might need to do is actually put the O2 side of things higher. Obviously it's not going to reach it because I don't have any oxygen, but if I get this cooling system working properly, maybe I'll actually eventually get some oxygen back in the system again. Also, what temperature are these water at? What temperature water did I just drink? Oh no, it's 20 degrees, it's fine. My radiator had time enough to work before I drank from it. Go away, flying insects. But yeah, if we have a look at my big waste tank, it's only got, yeah, 0.5% oxygen, and that's not even started to filter through yet. So it's going to be a while before we get oxygen into this tank, because this is empty. And that means that the the dining room is going to be unpleasant for some time, and this pump is going to remain on doing nothing for some time. All right. I think I finished these now. Yes. Let's get the spray paint tool and get a grey spray can. Yep. Yep. And spray this. And this. And this. And this. And this. Ah, lovely. So now I just need to go and grab some water to fill the new phase change cooling loop and pipe up this air conditioner. And we can be back to actually providing cooling for my gases because they're currently, all this time, nothing's happening, which is a bit annoying. 7 liters, 8 liters, 9, 10. It's really easy to blow these up because they can take a maximum of 12. I'll do. With these 3 canisters, I should end up with enough water in that coolant loop. I'll check the CO2 lines and do them. These just need to be exchanged in here. Turn this on. Oh, it must be storm outside. At least that's going to top up my power again. That one's got 5.5 megapascals. That one's empty. And this one's empty. Okay. The last 2 in the line. Wait till this gets about 15 megapascals before I switch it off and swap it out. I could speed things up by doing this. That way the filler can keep running while I do, at least while I walk down here. How low is this going to drop? 2.4. Okay. This might take a few trips.
Jetpack critical.
I'd have to do 3 bottles for each one. Come on, hurry up.
Jetpack critical.
Yeah, there we go. Up above 6 megapascals. Ish. Maybe it's a tiny bit not above, but it'll be fine. Oh, I'll be so happy when I've got a system for this that just works. I know I could have done something much, much simpler and just done a whole line of air conditioners and another parallel line of air conditioners and just left them with air conditioners the whole time and been like, yeah, that'll do it. That'll work. That'll be enough. But then I would have needed so much power.
Jetpack critical.
Oh, this line's shorter than the other one. This doesn't have an inline tank. Ah. Right. Hopefully I've got time to do this. Before that explodes, and yeah, I've got time. Glad I caught that.
Jetpack critical.
Okay. That should be those lines primed. I guess I can swap these out now and make sure my jetpack's nice and full. So the next thing I need to do is connect this air conditioner up to the loop that goes to the heat exchanger. All the way up there. Now, I'm going to try and rebuild this loop properly so it is final in the shape that it takes right now. So first, we go these round, connect them up. Then I can decide how this is going to go up. So obviously I'm going to have an identical system on the block above. So I think I'll actually go up this wall. Hopefully that's not going to get in the way of cabling. In fact, let's not go up the wall. Let's go up a block out from the wall. Since I've stuck a block out from a lot of stuff thus far. I could probably even take this and put it in there. I'll put the filler on this side of this CO2 line. Because then this will go up to... yeah. This level, I think, the air conditioner would sit. The next one. I think that's right. Gonna be another pair of inline tanks. This is where I think most of the cooling buffer should sit, because it's the lowest temperature part. And then we need to go across one row. Oh. Actually, let's take this out. Instead of sitting there, I'm going to sit them one row back. The reason for that is then it's in line perfectly with that heat exchanger. Do this instead. And this would be where the air conditioner sits. Don't know if I should have put this piping in like this now, but it's done. And it's going to stay. And this one goes up to the full cube height. Right there. And I've got to go all the way along. Just going to quickly connect these two badly, because now all the CO2 that was getting pressurized in that line has gone into those tanks, which means I should now be able to remove this without it popping. Or at least a lot of this. I'm just going to get relatively close to the other end. Or I join it up. Because I'm thinking, if I have enough pipe to reach the heat exchanger, I can do that little intersection at the end there, and then I can get rid of the rest of these. But I should be able to push it along. I get relatively close. If I depressurized it like I just did before. There we go. Remove these. And done. This other loop is now completely isolated and detached. The new loop is all ready to go. Let's check the pressures in all the lines before I turn everything on. 2 megapascals will increase that. 6.5, that's fine. The water line should all be in here, which we've got 28 liters. So that should be enough water. This CO2 line's pressurized. These water lines should all be pressurized as they were before because it was working. This CO2 line's pressurized. Cool. Let's turn everything on. And we should start seeing an effect. Now I need a little tank filler, which I don't think I've got any left of. So we have to go make one more pipe utility kit. Because I'm going to pressurize this line even higher. It's got those 2 bigger inline tanks, so it's got a decent volume, but I'd like it to have a lot. Because that's the line where once I've finished processing all of the gases, if the system's sitting there not getting new heat that it has to handle added to it, that's the line that'll get cold and the coldest. So that's where my capacitance for a big dumping of heat, it can hopefully quickly process it and pass it out and everything will stay cool. That's the dream anyway. Pipe utility kit. Or gas. Just one of them. Oh, feels good. It feels good to have this, oops, bit fixed. Feels very nice. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Jetpack
Pop that in there.
critical.
Pop that there. And then go swap them over. Yes. Trying to think, what order am I meant to be doing this in? How is this going to work so that I can I don't know why my brain wasn't working just then. It's fine now. It's fixed. The problem, that is, not my brain. That's still broken. I'm hopeful that very soon we will see that this system is working. I'm not checking on it yet. I'm not going to check on it until it's run for long enough that the water system should have equalized the new one. Obviously, adding more hot CO2 into the system, I'm adding even more heat, but it'll be dealt with soon enough.
Jetpack critical.
3 megapascals. Let's keep pushing that up. I wonder if that heat exchanger works quickly enough for this. Should go and check up on it in a second. I wonder if it's throttling this system. I don't think it is, but I do wonder if it's contributing to the throttling. Or if it is now that I've got a better system running. Because I've added, compared to what I had just before, I've added, realistically, just the 2 air conditioners. Because I was running this water phase change loop in series with everything, so it was already contributing.
Jetpack critical.
Oh, we'll see soon. Got one more load of gas, and then check it out. See where I've got things.
Jetpack critical.
All right. 4 megapascals is going to have to be enough.
Power low.
And that's enough gas for my tank, for my jetpack for the moment. So, first air conditioner is taking us from 465 down to 444. Woo! 21 degrees. Then we're going from 444 down to 421. 23 degrees. And we're going from 421 down to 391. Just 30 degrees. And 391 down to 358. They're sequentially becoming more effective. What? What? Weird. I imagine that balances out eventually. And then we go from 358 on this side of this phase change cooling loop over to 218 with no water in the water pipe. Not much water in there either. It's a little bit of water accumulating in the pipe here. That doesn't seem good. There's 17 liters of water inside the evaporation chamber. So that's okay. I guess as long as there's water in the evaporation chamber, it should be fine. There's 20 liters in this one. I mean, this thing's transferring 23.5 kilojoules of heat, so it's doing a lot of work. Then we go from 218 down to 134. With that doing 6.3 kilojoules. And then from 135, we get to 128. Oh dear. That's moving a decent amount of heat, but there's a lot of heat. This is, you can see where the heat's getting to. It's like this particular loop at this particular temperature isn't able to shove the heat further up the network quickly enough. Because we got on this side 54 degrees, which is dropping nicely. This air conditioner is dumping heat into this pipe quicker than this phase change loop can dump it into this one, is what it feels like. 137 degrees versus 125. It's only 12 degrees difference. We're getting a teeny tiny bit of flow here. So I wonder if that's why. Got empty pipe network. We've got very low pressure there. And we've got 20 liters of... Yeah, let's drop that to 1. Is that going to help? Don't know. I don't know what to do to make this better. This feels like the bottleneck because we've got heat arriving on one side of it and not being shifted to the other quickly enough. But since I was wanting to check on it before, let's check on this. So we've got 44 and 42. So yeah, for the amount of heat transfer I'm working with here, I think 1 is enough. So if I do run into problems, I can probably just add another 1 or 2. That'll be fine. So that side's not a worry. It's this loop. Just, I think it might have just been in the process of still getting itself going. Because you can see the joules are just cranking up here with this counterflow heat exchanger. So I might have checked too soon. Oh yeah, 119. 141. The temperature differential's rising. Good. We're up to 420 joules. We've got liquid in that pipe network. Got liquid in that pipe network. We've got liquid in the chamber. We got a teeny tiny bit of gas in here. My rate limiting step with all this seems to be the evaporation chamber. It makes me wonder how many of, what are they called? Or let's see if I can find it in here. Atmospherics. Good volume pump, pressure regulator, pipe radiator. Purge valve? Yeah. Purge valve takes from liquid to gas. No, it's taking the gas out of that. Condensation valve? No, pressure. Is it a purge valve? Expansion valve. Yeah. Makes me wonder how many expansion valves would be needed to be used to replace that with a system that's otherwise, that I'm using other methods like pumps to control the pressure. Because an expansion valve where I have my either condensation chambers or some other method of compressing things down to get the liquid out. Get the liquid compressed down, exchange the heat, then push that liquid and trickle it through in low pressure so that it evaporates and cools down and exchanges. Could I make my own custom loop that would be better by having lots of these in there? But I wonder how many of them I'd need to replace just one powered evaporation chamber. I genuinely don't know the answer to that, and I don't know whether I'm willing to do it. Ah. Was that? Oh, that should be fine. I'd say, is the temperature part of the problem? Okay, so now what's our temperature differential? 109 degrees to 139. 30 degrees difference. And yet our air conditioner can manage a much larger difference. It's 95 degrees. I don't know why my system is capping out at just 5 kilojoules or 4.7 kilojoules. This one, 4.12. This one, 6.89. And this one, 22. Why is this one so much better? Is it because the temperature is just better? It's just easier at those temperatures? Like if we look at the water curve, we're looking at Celsius, so I'll just do that. We're working up around this point in the curve where liquid converts to gas even at quite high pressure. So probably is better up here, up this part of the curve, because the liquid wants to phase change much more rapidly, so it's able to do so much more rapidly, and we're able to convert and shift that heat more quickly. Whereas down here, when we're working toward getting closer to these freezing temperatures for the water, it doesn't really want to. Because there's just not as a bigger drive. Which I guess is why then you switch over to other coolants and try and use them, because they're sitting up around a better pressure range. But the trouble is I was working with my pollutant loop up around here. It was working at too high a temperature, so it was constantly stuck in the gas phase. Whereas I'd really want to use it for around this sort of range from the 100 degrees down to here. It does make me wonder if I don't think I've emptied out actually I might have already emptied out the pollutant line because that pump's been running for ages. If I hadn't emptied that, would it have worked well after this? Because I'm finally in that safe range for it to work. Would have then been able to push enough heat through to make this work harder. Oh, too many questions and I don't have answers, and I don't have an easy way to test them either. Like, in an ideal world, what I want is some gas tanks with known moles of gas and known temperature, so I know how much energy's in them, and then have different systems where I've got the same water loop, a couple of them in sequence, or I've got them running in parallel. Is that better? Is that worse? I guess the ultimate outcome of all this is, does my current system work? If yes, don't touch anything. Just accept it. Is it working slowly? A little bit. But is it working quicker than it used to? Yes. Yes, it is. I think. Hey, we got some tiny amount of oxygen in there. Woo! That is not going to get picked up anyway. That's probably going to get rounded down and deleted. Okay. Now, let's build the parallel system. So we got to get this, all of the pollutant out of this bit first. That pipe network's empty. That's empty. There's a bit in the evaporation chamber. That's empty. Bit in the condensation chamber. Okay. So if I completely destroy these chambers, I should destroy that pollutant. I will eventually get the right tool to do that. Oh, no. Okay. And I need to build supports, don't I? Oh no. Evaporation chamber. Oh, that's right. It's that thing that needs the support. Condensation chamber. Let's remove some of these extra bits that don't need to be here. Alright, that works. This grey line needs to go. It is all in the wrong place. So it really just wants to go from here to this loop. And clean up this stuff. And I need to look at my other loops and see what I've done so that I can make it all nice and the same type of tidy. Hooray! Alright, so far... I'm gonna... where do I start? I think I start by going and getting some frames. I'm gonna start at the air conditioners, and I'm gonna work my way gradually down the line, making sure everything's right as I go along. So... let's put a couple of these water bottles away. To these things. So I'm not carrying them around. And wasting that inventory space. So I need to carry 5 atmospherics units. Oops. Ah! I do not need to carry pumps. I do not need a back pressure regulator. Five atmospheric skits. Keep falling off things. I really need to put railings down. Or walls. Or finish some spaces. Yeah. I do not have enough gold for 5 of these. Let's go smelt some gold. Oh. Okay. I don't have much gold. Oh well. Probably need more iron as well. One, two. Oh yeah. This will feel good when it's done. This will feel great when it's done. Just got to keep telling myself that. Telling myself that it'll. So I don't need to rush. Just need to take my time. Finish these things off. At least I've got one loop working properly now. Gases will eventually be cooled. I'm sure I will add more heat over time. That will mean that it's not going to be quick enough, but they will eventually be done. Oh, that's what I should have done. In fact, I should do it now. I wonder if I can start a little stopwatch. A little timer to see how long it takes me to cool a batch of gas. The gas coming in is going to be pretty consistently at 428 degrees-ish. Around there, Celsius. It's probably going to be a fairly similar makeup each time it goes through. But my thinking was, if I check how long it takes for a batch of gas to run through, I then can have a look at how fast it runs through once I put my parallel system in, and then I can feel good, or not, about having put that parallel system in place. Trouble is, that means I just have to sit here and stare at it, waiting for it to finish because it's 36 degrees. And it needs to get down to 20 before it opens that pump. And then I have to wait for the whole cycle to go through. I don't know of a proper way to time it with the script, because that would obviously be even better. It's just turn off the script. Get the script to measure it. The script can just tell me, you've done this much better. Things are looking this much better than they were. This is really slow, and I'm already tired of staring at it. And I didn't bring any frames in with me. 4 down this end, and 1 down this end. Maybe by the time I've got the frame back, it'll be done. You got frames up here? Oh, I do. Where are we at? Where are we at? We're at 27.6 degrees. Obviously don't have to stand here staring at this the whole time that it runs through the cycle. I just need to make sure I'm near it at the time it resets to do the next cycle. So I just want to hit the stopwatch at the moment that the pump on the right turns on. Or I can do it when the pump on the left turns on, maybe? Yeah, pump on the left turns on, because that's the next event, the next easily definable moment in the cycle. And that should happen soon. Just another 3 degrees. Almost there. Watching for the pump. Gonna hit the stopwatch on my phone. There we go. Timer has begun. Let's get some building done while that's going. So, frame, 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 and frame. Wait. Yes, these two need frames. It's like, is that wrong? Okay. And then grinder, take out the frames. I'm going to put floors in here. These aren't just going to remain floating, supported by the pipes. I just didn't want to put the floors in until much later. They felt like something to leave out until I'm pretty much... until I'm happy that these loops are all as they're going to remain for a while. It is possible I'll mess with them again. But only if they're not managing to keep up with my heat transfer requirements. Let's just make sure I'm not missing the moment and it's actually, I'm measuring multiple events. No. Still at 86 degrees, so that's going to take a little while. I've got plenty of time, unfortunately, to work on getting this next loop set up.
Hunger caution.
Okay, so let's... we need 3 more... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more of the insulated pipe utilities. I need to stop being so terrible and missing the stupid walkways that I made too thin. Why do I do this? Why do I do this to myself? Okay. Pipe, util, gas, make 10. I guess I can sort out my food and water while I'm waiting. So this will take a little while to print off. I will take my muffin. I will take my water. I will go into the greenhouse. I will listen to my dog going behind me. She rolls around like a crazy thing. Looking like a gigantic fruit bat, you do. Don't you, Charlie? One muffin. Lots of water. My muffin is dry.
Power low.
Plants are still looking okay. I should probably pick them at some point soon. You okay there, Charlie? Guess that cough was an answer. Suppose. My water's back. Put my muffin back. Check on the state of this cycle on the cooler. As we're up to 4 minutes already. Yeesh. Where are we at here? We've got 9. Awesome. That's good timing on this at least. So we were at 86 before. I can't be bothered doing maths. We're down to 36. Okay. It's getting close. Need to keep popping up and checking it. Oh, I need to make plain pipe utility kits too. So I need to make the things to do the fillers. Is those ready to go? Let's get rid of this. So I'm going to need, how many of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 8 of them. Just check on the coolant loop again. How close are we? 28 degrees. All right, I should be able to run off. Start the regular things printing off. Run back, check it, run back, stop the things from being manufactured before I get too many of them. Can't get too many of them anyway. Perfect. I've got exactly the right amount of iron in there. That works out nicely. And we check. 24.6 degrees. It's not too much further to go. Guess I'll wait. So, oh no. Oh, how many moles of gas are in there? 336, 360, somewhere between 369 and 370. We'll call it 370 for ease. I'm going to be interested to see how many moles actually get pushed through per batch to then see how many moles I am processing per minute. Because I don't think it's going to be many. And that's going to be really depressing. Come on, pump. There we go. 7 minutes 37 per batch. We had 370 moles, but before when that pump turns off, I want to see how many moles of gas are in there. Down to 220. 200 and... 150, 120, 110. We're at 80, 70, 60. Okay. So it goes from 370 down to 60. So we're processing 310 moles every 7 minutes. So that's 44 moles per minute. At this rate, let's just look at the final one, shall we? Not look at all of them. At this rate, 44 moles per minute. And I have... Let's just look at how long it would take with just the CO2. 100,000 moles. Actually, no, let's add them all up. 100,000 plus 11.4 plus 693 plus 15,000. Wait, no, because this all, not all of this is getting cooled. Ah, so it's 100,000. Almost got this wrong. Plus 11.4 plus 693 plus, actually that's it. So 112,000. 112,000 divided by 44. You know, just 2,545 minutes, which is 42 hours. At the current rate, it will take 42 in-game hours for me to process this tank. Even if I double that, that's still 21 hours. If my throughput is doubled, it's still 21 hours till I've processed all of it. Oh. Okay. That's not good. That's really bad, in fact. Still need to build this second cooling loop. That has to happen. But I think something else has to happen as well, which is this tank. I need to throw out the CO2. Just throw it out into the planet's atmosphere. Because I need to take it out before it gets cooled. If I take out the CO2, the other gases that remain are going to actually end up being the ones that I really need to collect. And they're 10% of it. So even if I just throw out all the CO2, I take it from 42 hours down to 4.2 hours. So, oh man. I'm glad I did that calculation. I'm very glad I did that calculation because in my head, I was happy to just let this slowly process and it would just eventually magically be done. But at this rate, it would literally take a minimum of 2 months doing one stream a week to get it finished. I'm not okay with that. That's not... That's too slow. That is too slow. So glad I checked. And this is the extra stuff I can think through when I'm not also splitting my brain and thinking of like reading chat and everything as well. Because in theory, I should be better at games when I'm not live streaming them as well. Practice, it's a bit mixed because obviously thinking through what I'm talking about does have a negative impact to some extent on my abilities, but not on my fun. I genuinely enjoy games more when I'm getting to share them. Okay, let's start piping this up. So, do I make this loop first? Or do I set up the CO2 filter first? I think I'll finish this loop first. Yep. Just make sure I'm getting this right. Just realized a tidying up trick I missed. There we go. A few less pieces of pipe. Has that air conditioner failed? Yes. Don't know if that looks neater or not, but that's what I'm going to stick with now. At least I know the maximum length of time it will take once this second loop is running. But my hope is that this will literally halve the time. Meaning that if I get rid of most of the CO2, I will end up with like 2 hours once all that CO2 is filtered out till everything's done. Which doesn't sound too bad to me. It's still slow, but it's not 2 months slow. There's going to be someone very happy with me that I did those calculations. Who's probably been internally screaming about me being overly optimistic about the time it was going to take. I really didn't appreciate just how bad it was. Alright, air conditioners are piped. Let's get them hooked up to cabling for power. Oh wait, no, they aren't hooked up yet. Because this isn't hooked up yet. There we go. Now they're hooked up. So for power, I want to run it all down the front where I ran the other one. So that makes the most sense. So to do that for these ones run up the wall. And where will they pop out? I guess I can pop them out here. That should be fairly tidy. Cool. Now I think I've got enough CO2 in storage. That's why I'm thinking dump it and don't try and cool it. I don't think I have enough nitrogen in storage that I could dump it into the atmosphere. I wouldn't want to throw that away. But I do think I've got enough CO2, and I can always grab CO2 from the atmosphere if I really need to, as shown by what I keep doing with my coolant loops, with them being all CO2 from just pumping it in. Okay. And coal off gases so much CO2, it's not really a big issue anyway. Tidy. So tidy. But not finished. I don't think I'm going to get time to finish it. So I'm going to have to go pick up Toby from daycare in a minute. I should get close. Alright, so that's all piped up, that's all connected. Haven't started filling the tanks, but I'm not going to start doing that now. Because if I do that, I am almost certainly going to make something explode. Let's get these built. We'll start setting them up. Once again, make sure that I have in fact cleared out all of the pollutant. Is that awkward? Yes, looks good. Alright, so let's match the pipe below. That looks matched. The water looks matched. The liquid part, I mean. And this one. This one's different. To get rid of both of these. Get rid of that. Bring it out the front so I can use it to fill things up. Then this line goes there. Around to the end, which is fine. The CO2 line goes down, forward, and up. And I got my 2 spots for my fillers. Then we're back onto this side, where we go with this to that. Remove both of these. Inline tank in. And hooray, that loop is now ready to go. I got a pipe utility kit anywhere here? I don't think I do. I think I just got the regular ones. The gas ones. I'll go get a liquid one. Which means I need to smelt some iron. This is going to be easily the quickest way to do that. Right. Let's do both. That'll do. Just want to get a couple made. Pipe util liquid. Give me 2. 2? 3? I think I need 3? No, I should just need 2. So I should already have one on the existing water loop on the top row. Okay. Now I need some spray paint. So this stops feeling like I'm staring at pollutant. Oh. Okay, that was empty. So I just opened it to atmosphere. Uh-oh. I always forget you can paint frames, because I don't often end up painting stuff in Stationeers. Which seems odd, but there's normally so much to do that needs to get done to even a basic level that I fail to think enough about decorative stuff. I'm trying to get better at that with this playthrough. Like having actually decorated my cooling loop upstairs. Things like that. Alright, that's good to there. Now this one we need to match up again. Pop that out. Pop that out. Did I do that in line? I think I did that in line for the last one. I did. Okay, so they're all slightly different. Delightful. That's really annoying. Oh, why? Well, it is what it is. Why did I have to notice? That. This little loop back here. And that there. Oops. Stack some of these things up. It's a pity that double tap F control to throw stuff back in your inventory doesn't stack things automatically. I might know why, because then you stack colors and maybe people wouldn't use it then. But I tend to not worry about that so much, so I'd be kind of happy with it stacking them automatically. Okay. Utility kit. Gas utility kit. Spray paint. Yeah. Get in there. That's all done. I think this is all properly constructed. All the way down to here now. So then I've got to go make the next phase change cooling loop. Install it, that air conditioner, and we're done. Hooray. Yeah. Good. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. So, phase change device. Let's get 2 of those. Another 9 steel sheets. Can any of this stuff stack? Yes. Heat exchange. Counterflow. What was the thing oh, it was the little tanks and stuff I forgot last time, which I think I should have enough on me to make. It'll be a bit of a pain priming this whole system because I'm doing it all in one go. Whereas the other system, obviously, I got to prime in bits and pieces. I'm just worried if I try and prime this as I go, like constantly jumping out to go and fill from that tank, all that I'm going to end up doing is exploding half the base when I overfill the canister. Counterflow gas liquid. Be that way around. There we go. We can get rid of these again. So it's condensation chamber down this end. Evaporation chamber down this end. And a whole lot of pipes. Let's just put this air conditioner in while I'm at it. I got things ready to go. Okay. Device is placed. Just pipes to go. We need insulated pipe thingy. Another one goes in back here. And this just goes there and there. Just trying to keep copying, keep copying, keep copying. Do it as quickly as I can. I do not have enough liquid pipe. Dang. Aw. I have to go print some more off. Oh, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Might have spoken too soon. Looks like I do have enough. So we go forward from there. And around here. 5. How's that for exact? Oh yeah. Perfection. Love it when that happens. Okay, more gas pipes to be sorted. So we go back, up, and onto that. And this one goes back, down. Goes forward like that. Obviously, I'm going to have to repaint the ones that are the water lines here, but I figured this was just the easiest way for me to do this at the moment. So I've just got the grey pipe, just make everything grey and then paint it after, rather than constantly switching pipe types. Now, I'm pretty sure I've got more insulated pipe around here. Do I have any on the floor? It doesn't look like it. There we go. I think that is all of the piping sorted. Just need to put my little filler tanks on. And the water one. That is all done. Yeah. Need to power it up. I haven't got power on it yet, but it's done. Oh, this cooling setup. I was so confident when I started making it because of how easily the one worked for cooling my base, my living areas. I had no idea of the trouble I was about to face with this thing. And just the nuts amount of heat that I was dealing with compared to what I faced with the living space heating, cooling. It's just a whole other level, really. Setting all these up. Spin, 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 spin to win. Come on. I know I could have gotten the label maker out, but it's done now. Right, at this point, I do just need to make that transformer and get this loop at least powered up, even if I don't have it charged up with water and CO2 and all that nonsense. Some cable. And while it's making a bit of cable, I'll chuck a bit of copper in the thing to be processed. What is this? Oh, that should be enough for copper. Back. That in. Come on. I think 200's all I did. Yep. Never have too much cable. Or kind of almost can never have enough either. Right, that'll do. Transformer. Something so satisfying about getting a job like this finished. And giving myself permission to take the time to get it finished fairly well. So that it's not just slapdash, throw it together kind of job. It's actually a, let's do this tidy, let's do this properly. Get it all working right. That sort of thing. Because as much as this save has very much been me trolling anyone who hates stuff being stored on the floor, I normally do like to have it a bit neater than that in this game. But when I'm playing solo, I don't worry about it as much because I know where things are. If I know where they are, that's all that matters, right? Okay, so that goes around to the back. So I can plug into the air conditioner. Which I will do now because I will forget. But yeah, having it lined up, like having mess on the ground, I don't think is so bad when it's just you, because you know where you put all your mess. And if you can remember all of it, which I'll admit, haven't been great at. But if I was playing this like I am right now, I would probably have remembered where most things were. It wouldn't have been something that became as big a problem. There we go. So this needs to be set to 10 degrees. Set these the same as the ones below them, so this is 260. This one is 300. There's no gases in these, so there's no point me starting them yet. $340 and $380. Then it's really just a case of turning this on to fill all the CO2 lines, and then going up and grabbing that water from my little water filler spot, filling everything off that, which I don't think I'm going to get time to do today, which is a bit sad because I was really hoping to show off this thing working, but I think I will have to wait. And I kind of want to. Oh. Look how neat it looks, though. Ignore the fact they are all slightly different. The obvious bits are the same, so it's fine. It's fine. I should probably stop reminding you of that. Stop reminding myself of that.
Temperature critical.
Oh, I just put the wrong thing in.
Critical. Air tank critical. Low pressure. Pressure critical. Low pressure.
Oh no.
Cognition low.
I've died. I just put the wrong tank in the thing.
Cognition low.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Cognition critical.
Is my cognition improving or is it getting worse? I took off my helmet. Ah, nuts. Well, guess I'm going to have to show this on stream at the start of the next one. Oh, I can't believe I put the wrong the wrong canister in. I'm going to have to set up a pump to get that oxygen back. Ah. I was meant to put my jetpack, not my oxygen. Oh, that's so annoying. Ah. Can't believe it. Oh. Eep. I have a basic suit on. With basic tools. I respawned differently this time. It's just making up its own rules at this point as to how I respawn. Well, that's unexpected. I need to grab that. Because I need an oxygen canister to put in my suit. So I don't die as soon as I put the other suit on. Okay, chuck the helmet in there. Grab my body. Man! Did I turn off the CO2 pump? Did I turn off the CO2 pump? I don't think I did. I'm gonna have a blown up canister in there. Oh, this is all so bad. Have I got... Yeah, got time. I gotta go check. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Pretty much vacuum in here, so I should be fine in this suit for just a little bit longer. It would have already exploded by now.
Suit damage.
Ow! Oh, I turned it off. Oh, thank gosh. Oh my gosh. I turned it off. Phew. Phew, 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 phew. Oh no! I didn't have to rush all the way to the greenhouse. That's what I was trying to do. I forgot. I have oxygen tanks up on the wall here. In the storage. I could have rushed straight for them. I probably would have made it too. I could have grabbed any of these oxygen canisters. Arrgh! See? They were on the floor. I probably would have known they were there. I might have remembered. Ah! Poop. Dang, dang, dang. That's so annoying that I grabbed the wrong thing. What the... Alright. Let's take... Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't do that. Why are you existing in the... That's weird. Take off all the stuff. Put on all the stuff.
Power low. Waste tank critical.
Oh, geez, the waste tank is really critical. Okay, my suit is safe. My bottles are just all a massive mess. Because this thing's going to contain oxygen and CO2. I need to put it through the bottle emptier before I can put it back into the oxygen thing. Ugh. I'm so annoyed with myself. Grr. That was just such a simple mistake. And it wasn't even... It was just... It's the sort of mistake that only happened because I was using a method that is error-prone. Because I was swapping out the jetpack tank instead of coming over here and grabbing this extra one to work with, that's why that happened. That's why that was dumb. Ah! So annoying. Okay, let's just make sure this is in fact at 0 before I do anything with it. Nope, still got a tiny bit of CO2 in it. Okay, now it's empty. This one should be all CO2. Yep. Okay. So the empty one goes in there to get filled with oxygen. I've confused my setup here. I don't know what I've done. I'm not going to exchange the one in my suit anymore. I'm not doing that again. That was... Can't believe that was the only time I've stuffed that up. I've got this canister. I should have another canister down here around here somewhere. Did I leave it? I didn't leave a canister in there. Where's the other smart canister? There should be another one. It's just CO2 in it. What have I done with it? What did I do? I've got the one in my jetpack. I've got the one in my oxygen. I should have another one in the oxygen here, and then I should have another one around somewhere. Did I leave it in the greenhouse? When I was exchanging everything, I may not have picked it up. Might be in here with my body. Body? No canister. The heck? What have I done with the canister? I am flummoxed. This is very confusing. I think I lost a smart canister somewhere. Why drama right at this sort of timing? It's the worst. Anyway, it is time for me to wrap things up here before I do more damage. I'm going to have to print off another smart canister, I think. And I will attempt to not do something so stupid. Oh, I know where it is. It's in one of the air conditioners, isn't it? Because I've now put oxygen in those lines. Will that be a problem? Don't know. Shouldn't. Yeah, here it is. There's the other one. That's all CO2? Oh. That's got a bit of oxygen in it. Right, I put oxygen into there. That's where I put oxygen in. I see. I see where it is. At least I know where I need to clean up. That should be fairly easy to do. I can probably just dismantle those pipes and empty it out that way. So obviously want to empty the canister and store the O2 a bit. Oh, I'm trying to wrap up, but I just really want to fix this because I know I'm going to forget about it. It's the worst. It's the worst feeling ever. It's going up to 2.3 megapascals. That's going up to 749 kilopascals. Probably enough. Moved. Any other oxygen I waste is going to be such a tiny amount. It's not really going to matter. Be less than all that oxygen that I wasted at the very beginning. When I was just dumping my oxygen in the airlock. My waste tank, not realizing just how much oxygen was going through before I understood how the suit air conditioner works. And when I finally understood it, it's like, oh, I've thrown away a lot of oxygen. Oops. Oxygen's actually somewhat hard to come by here. Yeah, you shouldn't have done that. Oops. You live and you learn. Or you die and you learn in this case. All right, so, probably won't see more Stationeers until Friday on the stream. But yeah, let me know if you like this style. If you want me to see me do more of these, they're not going to be a regular thing. It'll be an occasional whenever I feel I've got the time. I had the time this week because I don't have anything to edit for Wednesday's video. So I'm not sure I'm going to have a Wednesday video this week. Because I didn't have enough time to work on that today. I had some time to do something else and I was like, this could be productive. Or destructive as the case ended up being. Yeah, let me know. Stationeers back on Friday. So there's all that. Plenty more to come. And I will see you then. Bye.